Yeah, please don't crash. I'm a personal injury attorney.
That would kind of be ironic, wouldn't it?
It would be. It would turn your movie into a comedy.
or a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's something that Uber can do for you.
Yep.
Okay, at least the way it is in the United States.
Yeah.
You have to provide your own insurance.
Yep.
And really, as a Uber driver, you should pay as much insurance as you can uncomfortably afford.
Yeah.
Because you have a very dangerous job.
Yeah.
You're out driving at night. Lots of drunks on the road, a lot of people high on the road, especially in Colorado.
You mean like income protection insurance and stuff?
Oh, yeah, you got to pay for everything that you can do because Uber is not there for you. Uber used to have in the United States, $1 million underinsured, uninsured coverage for the driver.
Yeah.
But only if you had a passenger in the car. So if you're going out to pick up somebody, you're on your own.
Yeah.
If you're just waiting for a call to come in and you get rear-ended, you're on your own.
Yeah.
But if you had a passenger and there was an accident, there was up to $1 million worth of coverage on top of whatever the at-fault driver had.
Yeah.
And sometimes drivers really needed that. I represented a guy by the name of Wayne.
Yeah.
Who was like 56 years old, and he was driving because he liked it, but he was also driving because that was his job.
Yeah.
And he had unwisely rejected UIM coverage because you can reject it.
Yeah.
And he gets a call one morning, early in the morning, from a young woman who needs to go to work.
Yeah.
And normally she would have, her mother would have driven her in, but for some reason that morning, mom couldn't drive her. So the young girl, 21 years old, says, don't worry, Mom, I'll just take an Uber.
Yeah.
So Uber comes in the morning, picks her up, Wayne is the driver, and they're driving away from her house, and some guy coming the wrong way on a divided highway.
Yeah.
Not drunk, nothing like that, just was a little confused about where he was going.
Yeah.
And a confusing intersection, and ended up going the wrong way down a one-way street, and he head on, bam.
Wow.
And Wayne is really, really seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Multiple internal organ injuries, multiple orthopedic injuries. The guy will never be able to work again because he's going to have to spend the rest of his life rehabilitating.
Wow.
And so...
And the girl?
The girl killed.
She was killed?
She was killed. So Wayne has no UIM coverage. The at-fault driver was uninsured because he was a young kid driving his dad's car, and the dad had inadvertently let the insurance lapse. So the driver has no coverage. Wayne has no coverage. The only coverage available is UIM from Uber, $1 million.
What does UIM stand for?
Underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage. If you get hit by somebody and they don't have enough insurance, you have your own insurance to protect you.
Gotcha. But that only covers the passenger, it doesn't cover
Well,
the
no,
driver.
it does cover the driver, but it's only $1 million.
Right.
And Wayne has injuries that are so bad that his case, if it was just his injuries, would be worth multiple millions of dollars. He's going to need lifetime medical care. He's going to need modifications to his house. He has real needs, but now he's got to split $1 million, which is not enough for him, with the family of a girl who's dead. And so my job became having to say to his, there's no more money to get, just $1 million. Uber said, you two figure out how you want to split it and tell us how you want to split it. And I had to say to this grieving mom, who's probably guilt-ridden because she should have driven her daughter to work that morning like she normally did, who's racked with grief, and I have to say to her and her attorney, I'm sorry for your loss. I can't imagine how badly the mom must feel to know that her daughter would be alive if she had just been able to get out of bed that morning.
Yeah.
But my guy has needs. He needs way more than $1 million. I can split it with you 800, 200. But if you want more, I was almost going to have a lawsuit against the family of the dead girl. I'm so glad.
You're trying to compensate for a death, which there is no monetary compensation.
And that's what I said. No amount of money is going to bring her back. I'm so sorry for your loss. I feel your loss, but it's just money and it's not going to bring her back. My guy has needs, so I've got to get the lion's share. And fortunately, they agreed to it.
Yeah.
But the whole moral of the story is that you, as the driver, need to buy yourself as much coverage as you can afford, because Uber is not going to be there for you, because after this case, not because of this case, but shortly after this case, they reduced the UIM coverage from $1 million to $250,000. Imagine what Wade's life would have been like if he had to split $250,000.
Wow.
You're in a very dangerous job. You gotta look out for yourself, because Uber's not gonna do it.